I swear to God, I have recorded this intro now for 5 times, and each time I try to record, it's wrong, or I just laugh. Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another speed build shell challenge video. So if you are new here, my name is Chloe/Nova, and I do various Sims content. Most of it is speed builds, renovations. I also do some gameplays. I'm trying the Tiny Town challenge and the Very Veggie challenge. So if you enjoy these type of content or this type of content, please make sure to subscribe. Okay, let's get started. So this shell challenge is created by Velvet Bee. I'm gonna leave her channel link in the description. I didn't know how to say that. I don't know what's going on with my brain today. Okay, this is like every time I try to record or do a voiceover, just my brain is like, okay, you don't know English today. So that's what's happening. Let me just explain to you what is a shell challenge. So for example, just like Velvet did, she's gonna host or create a shell challenge by just drawing an empty lot. I don't know if that's making any sense, or a build, and then you have to take it, transform it the way you like, and send it back to her, and then she's gonna tour them, and that's it. So yeah, it's really fun when you just try a shell challenge and you watch others doing a shell challenge, because you're gonna see how creative is each one of us. So maybe one of us is gonna turn that into a vet, or into a cafe, into a residential lot, into a mall. I don't know. Yeah, it's a small lot maybe, but there are so many creative people. So that's why it's really fun to just try a shell challenge. Even if you are just a starter builder, just go for it. This is how you're gonna learn at the end of the day. So let's just start talking about what I'm doing in this build. First of all, before I start talking about this build and the idea, I'm definitely not portraying scientists as mad scientists. Of course, I appreciate all these scientists that work 24/7 for our health, for our environment, for everything, like for our medicines, everything, basically for the animals, for the planet, for, I don't know, everything that, scientists are involved in. I'm just thankful for them. But this is just an idea, just like a movie when they create a funny idea. Just don't take it way too serious. I'm also a scientist, so of course I'm not gonna say anything bad about the people who are just like me. So this is what I'm trying to say. This is a mad scientist who lives in Strangerville, and they just run experiments on aliens, and sometimes they just, get a little bit, I don't know, and they do also experiment on some Sims. So this is what I'm thinking about. This is why, there are some baseball things. This is why you are gonna find a lot of weird things around the house, like this knife block. Like, why are you having this in the middle of your living room? Also, when I was just trying to explain this house, and I was like, this place is gonna be stinky AF. This is what I want to say, because this scientist is just too busy to clean. So imagine that maybe they didn't clean this house in a long time. Everything is rusty, everything is just in a bad condition. They're just too busy trying to run these experiments about these aliens. So I thought that this is so fun, and this is like the main idea. And yeah, only just one scientist is living here. The bathrooms, everything in this house is just in a very bad condition. You're gonna see a lot of stains in this house, and you know why there is a lot of stains? Because this person is running a lot of experiments. And also, you're gonna see like there are certificates, some TVs in this bathroom, because this scientist is basically doing many weird things that he might be scared for his life as well. That's why he might be having TVs in the bathroom. So he's like, what if someone's gonna snuck into my house or something? And you see like there are police station, I don't know, what do you call them, these things on the wall. And there are like workshop tables. There are just very random things. And let me just tell you, A skeleton in the middle of the house is also very suspicious, I'm gonna say. So what packs did I use? As I have said, you can only use 4 packs. So I used the Restoration Workshop, Get to Work, Strangerville, and Werewolf pack. And yes, I built that in Strangerville as well. I thought like it's suiting the whole vibe. Okay, so now we're moving to the main lab or laboratory. I don't know how to say it. In this house, as you can see, it's again in a very rough condition. And then when I added those windows, I tried to add the shutters because, you know, this scientist just so scared for his life that he's trying to close everything. And then I have never known that these windows from Get to Work are only invisible from one side. Like you can only see the outside, but you know, they can't see what's going on inside. So I thought that this is so fun. And I tried just to add a lot of, you know, items around the build. I just tried to make it as dirty and stinky looking house, and that was really fun. And also, you know, these decals from the Werewolf pack is also really fun. And now we're moving to the kitchen. So the kitchen is also, I would say it's basic. I didn't add a lot of things, but again, we're going with the same theme, that it's dirty, rustic, stinky. I don't know if this scientist cook for themselves. Maybe he just buys ready meals and that's it. Maybe, I don't know. Or, you know, these frozen packets that you can get them from the grocery. Maybe that's the only thing that he's gonna get. And now we're moving to a surgery room. That's a bit scary. I don't know. Why are you having a surgery room in your house? And you're gonna see that we don't only have 1 but 2, and that's so scary and suspicious and creepy. I don't know why. And yeah, again, we said that he is running experiments on some Sims, some aliens, mostly aliens, let's say. So this is like where he can start with his experiments. Let's hope that YouTube are not gonna take my video. I'm now really scared. Let me know. But you know, at least if only 10 people saw that and then it was removed, it's okay. I think we're fine. And now let's move to his bedroom. Again, his bedroom is just following the theme. It's dirty, not really good looking, but you know, at least he has a space to sleep in and relax. I don't know if he's gonna ever relax because, you know, he's just thinking about so many things and just trying to maybe guess when is the next alien UFO, I think this is what he said, or shuttle, whatever thing you want to call it, is gonna land in Strangerville. So he's just too excited for his experiments so that he is not sleeping well. And there you go. Actually, let me tell you, in love with the Restoration Workshop. I have been using that a lot, and for some reason I have been using this pack a lot in Strangerville for some reason. You know, I did not build in Strangerville in a long time, and all of a sudden I think I made total of 4 builds in just a month and a half or 2 months. I don't know exactly, which is crazy. Yeah, all what I have built during this month and the previous month is just things in Strangerville, which is crazy, and I love that. I have been enjoying that, to be honest. And this pack, I mean, the Restoration Workshop blends well with Get to Work, Strangerville, Werewolf, the Basement, Treasure Kit, but I did not use it today, so yeah, I think that's really cool. Okay, now we're moving to another surgery testing room. So yeah, maybe this scientist is just gonna use this room not just for surgeries, but also for running some tests, like maybe blood test, or he's just gonna test the fluids inside the aliens. Who knows what he's thinking about. So yeah, I think that this room also looks very bad, and yeah, it's just as bad as the rest of the house, and I love it. And then while I was building, I was like, oh my god, let's just add a toilet in the middle of this whole room, and it's a very bad idea. Now I want you guys to imagine how stinky is this room, but can we say anything? No, because he just made this choice and he has a toilet there. And now this is the main bathroom in the house, and as you can see, it's a 5-star luxurious bathroom. Again, this toilet that we have, and I love this shower bath combo from Strangerville. I have never used that before, but it's looking awesome, so I wanted to use it. And yeah, again, as you can see, this wallpaper, I swear to God, I have always wanted to use it, and that was like the perfect time to use it. And again, there is a knife block. This is like very scary again. And yeah, I think right now I'm just gonna work on the corridor, and then we're just gonna move to like the outside areas. I didn't put all of them when I worked on them. I just cut some of them because it was just a repetitive work, so I don't want to just post the same thing. So this is what I wanted to do. And as you can see, this is like a waiting area for these poor aliens who thought that they're just gonna have their human alien love story and they ended up in this house. So yeah, it's very unfortunate, but yeah, this is like their waiting area. I just wanted to add some signs to make the place look more realistic, and these are like the small areas that I'm talking about. I just put few things and that's it. And here, I don't know what I was thinking about when I added all these skeletons. Like, imagine if you're having a trip and you're just driving for long hours and you're looking at all these, nature and the beautiful things, and then you just, I don't know, spin your head, move your head, and see a house that has like 10 skeletons. You're just gonna fear your life, and you will try to just move on as fast as you can. And to be honest, I added the staircase just for fun in this balcony or this area, just, as I said, to make the place look more factory-like or industrial-like. I don't know how to say it. And it's gonna take you upstairs, which there isn't a lot of things going on upstairs. And now I'm concerned about one thing. I think that you can't add any walls, but I use these walls just to add the spandrels, so I don't know if this is okay or not, even though I have been or just tried to do so many shell challenges. But after doing that, I'm not quite sure, so maybe I just posted it, so I'm gonna see if someone is gonna comment about this mistake, so I might just fix that and repost the build again. Oh, and this build is already on the gallery. If you want my gallery ID, it's in the description. And now we're just moving to the fun part, which is trying to decorate the exterior. So the thing is, I didn't know what type of trees you should put in Strangerville. I know that you can't put like palm trees, it's not suiting the vibe. So I was just thinking about, I don't know what to do. It was a bit confusing, I don't know why. So I tried to fill this space with rocks, with just random things. And then as I was going, I just, looked at one of the trees in the base game, I think. And I just added maybe a couple of them, and that was it. And yeah, I added few cactus, but still, I don't know what type of tree you should just put in Strangerville. It was very, very confusing for me. And I used like debug items. I know sometimes I don't want to use debug, but I just wanted to add all these dirty things, all these crazy things going around in debug. That's why I used a lot of things from debug. And yeah, I know like sometimes looking at these dirty piles is just too much, but I think that this is so fun. And here I was just trying to do something with the terrain paint, and I tried to do that multiple times and I failed in each time. But then I just used this terrain paint. I think it's looking really good with this whole build. And then using, this dirt terrain paint, I just surrounded it with the whole house. And also I tried to cover the spaces where there are some trees. And then I also added these aircon, I think maybe, or ventilator thingies, also to make this place look a bit realistic. And again with the stains, yeah, these green stains look so good in this build, especially from the outside. It's looking very neon, I don't know, it's looking really good. And for some reason, I just added this bus from Werewolf and I added a skull next to it because everything is just suspicious in this house, right? And there I am just trying to look for a tree, and I think that these are the only trees that I liked. And yeah, again, I just added a few cactuses around the place. I know that, you know, it's looking good, but still I like to add trees more. And again, I'm using terrain paints just to add realism to this whole build. And at last, I'm just adding these outdoor lights. And I didn't record myself while changing the lights to some green and red, but yeah, this is what I wanted to do to make the place look more creepy. And now we're just gonna move to the final results, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this speed build video, and I'm gonna see you in another one. Bye everyone.